After graduating Sunset School and, finishing your time there, did you go to Monterey High, or was Carmel High built by that time?
Carmel High was built the first class was 1941. So I was in the 10th class, 51. Lillian Hasdovac was in Carmel's first graduating class. And if you haven't interviewed her, you should interview her, because she could tell you how the Padre name came about and the first yearbook naming things and so on. Barbara Livingston was in the class of 46, so she's been around. And Barbara's very active in Carmel.
Tell me about high school. What were the different groups at your school? Sports teams, clubs? And which ones did you belong to?
Well, I enjoyed languages, particularly after having been in Norway. We were there 14 months. After the first few months, and then I was in school, you spoke Norwegian, and then by November or so you're even dreaming in the language. And when we came back the next year, I remember we would just talk Norwegian together, and I'll get back to the point in a minute. And then I said, speak English, so that we could remember. But so I liked languages and took Spanish, and my teacher was Mr. Craig. And what I regret, he wanted to put together a fourth year class, and I wanted to take something else, but I wish I did, because I'd like to have become more fluent in Spanish. We had some great teachers. Back then, your career wasn't necessarily going to college and learning a profession or what have you. 85% of the students were college prep, so we all were thinking about it, most of us. But we still all took, it was more a machine shop then, so we learned how to run lathes and so on, and that was useful. But as a high school boy, sports and girls, probably girls second, I don't know, then girls more later. But I was fortunate enough to play football, basketball, baseball, probably the best sport, and golf and track. The spring was difficult because we had all the things going on at once, but I remember a special time in Miss Larson's class when we had a game in King City, and Carmel, for some reason, was always strong in baseball. And let me tell you about softball later. We had to leave early to get out of class, and it happened to be in Miss Larson's biology class. And I got up and said, I have to go. She said, what do you mean you have to go? Well, we've got a baseball game in King City. She says, you're not going. You're going to study. You're going to be here. And that started a discussion of which I was not a part of, but it involved the principal, and it involved George Mosoff, the coach, and Enid Larson. And somehow I think, and the bus was waiting with all the other boys in it, and, but I finally got off to the baseball game. Let's see, what else in high school? Oh, in clubs and things. Well, there was the Spanish club, there was skiing, there was the ski club. I wasn't a part of that, I don't think. Block C. And unfortunately, for the girls, we didn't have they didn't have competition with other schools because we had some great female athletes like Donna, who I'll see this afternoon at the meeting of the Sunset School kindergarten graduating class of 1939. Donna will be there, and her two boys both played professional baseball. The Eldreddy boys. And then her granddaughter is playing softball. She did go to Tennessee and now at UC Berkeley. And then her grandson gave up playing football at Monterey High, where he was quarterback, which was the below to the team, to concentrate on baseball. So anyway, the girls didn't have the opportunity that the boys had.